Tara Carpenter was born on December 14, 2002, to Mr. Carpenter and Christina Carpenter. She looked up to her older sister, Sam, who was 5 years older than her. She is a fan of elevated horror and becomes the first target of the legacy killings of 2021 while home alone. Despite the fact that this goes against the tradition of the previous 4 movie openings, she manages to survive. Her survival is not by chance, however. She is deliberately used as bait to lure her estranged half-sister, Sam Carpenter, back home. Sam reveals herself to be the original Ghostface Billy's daughter, and explains that their biological father abandoned them when Tara was around 8 years old. The sisters put their past behind them to survive the 25th anniversary killings, where Tara's friends from Woodsboro High are among the suspects. Nearly a quarter century after the initial Woodsboro massacre and 11 years after the second Woodsboro murders, Tara is an 18-year-old who is less than 3 months away from her 19th birthday. Based on the date of birth on her hospital wristband, Tara is 18 years old and about to turn 19 in the 5th movie. She may have repeated a grade in high school, while Sam left Woodsboro when she was closer to 19 than 18. This is likely a production error, but it remains a possibility. As an adult, she is left alone at the Carpenter residence while her mother Christina is attending a conference in London. Tara texts her apparent best friend Amber about coming over while her mother is away, convincing her by revealing that the liquor cabinet is unlocked. At 9:27 p.m. on Thursday, September 23, 2021, Tara receives a call on the landline from a man named Charlie, who claims to be a friend of her mother's from a group. She finds the term group to be curious and wonders whether it is related to drug addiction or alcoholism. Tara converses casually with the man, who speaks in a calm, friendly, and husky voice. In a friendly manner, he reveals that her mother likes horror movies, and then claims that her mother's favorite is the 1998 film Stab, which is based on the original 1996 massacre. The man then proceeds to ask Tara the traditional question of what her favorite scary movie is, implying that her mother asked him to do so. Tara responds honestly, stating that she prefers elevated horror, but the man finds this to be dull and proceeds to inquire if she has ever watched Stab. Tara confirms that she has seen it once, but the man claims that she does not know Woodsboro, where she lives, despite it allegedly being Tara's mother's favorite place. Tara continues to engage in conversation with the man, and he eventually asks her about the beginning of the movie. Tara responds by mentioning the kill scene, which is a meta-reference to the franchise and the Stab movies. The man then sinisterly switches to a more traditional voice and narrates the story of a girl who is home alone and answers the phone to a killer who makes her play a game. He then asks Tara if she wants to play a game and reveals that he knows her name, despite Tara never having told him. Tara hangs up the phone and becomes frightened, closing her curtains and securing the doors to her house via a security system app on her phone. As Tara is about to text Amber about the strange phone call, she receives another call from the landline. Amber's text message then changes, instructing Tara to answer the phone, which causes her confusion and fear. Tara then texts Amber to ask how she knew her landline was ringing, but receives texts from an unknown sender claiming that it's not Amber texting her and telling her to answer the phone. Despite her fear, Tara's mood changes and she heads to answer the phone. Tara initially attempts to ignore the call, but eventually answers it after unsuccessfully trying to call the police. She receives a text from someone she believes is Amber, but is actually the killer who has cloned her friend's phone. The killer sends Tara a video of Amber being held at knife point and warns her that she will be killed if she doesn't play along with this game. The game involves answering trivia questions about the Stab movies, specifically the first one. Tara misses a question and the killer breaks into her house. She arms herself with a kitchen knife and heads outside to save Amber. As she opens the door, Ghostface appears and slashes her stomach. Tara fights back, punching the killer and managing to lock him out of her house temporarily. She uses her phone to contact the police and locks her doors via her home security app. Tara calls out to the killer, warning him that the police are on their way, as Ghostface pounds on her front door before eventually stopping. Then, Tara is taunted as her home security system unlocks the door as the killer, Amber most likely, hacks through her app as Tara begins to make her way, walking fearfully back as she begins to get desperate and now highly frightened as she then locks the doors continuously as the killer unlocks them, ultimately stopping before she is then startled by the landline ringing as she heads into her kitchen and puts her phone away in her back pocket. With the knife in her hand and phone in the other, Tara answers as the killer then menacingly taunts Tara if she thought the killer made it inside her house before she could rearm, before Ghostface now appears entering from behind, grabbing Tara and stabbing her again on her stomach. Tara then again fights the killer, now closely, as the killer pushes Tara down to the floor and Tara kicks them. Tara tries to flee, but the killer, soon revealed to be Amber, breaks her leg and then stabs her 7 times before being interrupted by the police. Tara is taken to hospital, and the next day Samantha returns to Woodsboro, California when she is called by Tara's friend, Wes Hicks. Sam visits Tara in the hospital and the two make amends. However, this is short-lived, as Samantha gets a call from Ghostface, then reveals to her younger sister she is the daughter of Billy Loomis, and this causes a rift between the two again. Tara is moved to a private hospital floor and room after Sam's attack, initiated by Sheriff Judy Hicks. However, she is left unattended by the deputies, and one named Deputy Keith, her assigned post guard, is throat slashed by Ghostface. As a result of this, Ghostface breaks into the hospital to finish her off. Tara attempts to flee and is temporarily saved by Richie Kirsch. However, Ghostface, Amber, knocks him unconscious and Richie or Tara. Samantha and Dewey Riley arrive at the hospital and shoot at Ghostface. As Sam, Richie and Tara leave, Dewey stays behind to finish off the killer, meeting his maker. However, Dewey is killed in the process. As a result, Sam decides it's time to leave Woodsboro and she, Richie and Tara drive off. As they leave, Richie steals Tara's inhaler in secret. Having lost her inhaler, she asks them to stop at Amber's to get a spare one, unaware that Amber's house is 261 Turner Lane, the house formerly belonging to Stu Mocker. Amber and Tara go off to get the inhaler. When Mindy Meeks Martin is attacked, a fight breaks out amongst the group and Amber reveals herself as a killer. Liv, tired of being accused, yells that she is not the killer, and Amber says, "I know," before whipping out a gun to shoot her in the head. As everyone stands in horror, they disperse from her. As everyone dispersed, Tara grabs Amber's arm and they scuffle. And off-screen, Amber is shown tying up Tara, gagging her, and locking her in a closet. Richie, who is revealed as the second killer, tries to make Sam question Tara's trustworthiness. Little do they know, Sam has already freed Tara, who then threatens Richie and Amber before taking down Amber with her crutches. Despite Amber's usual brutal tactics with other victims, she does not use excessive force on Tara, only knocking her unconscious by throwing her against the walls and couch and kicking her. Gail Weathers and Sidney Prescott track down Sam and Tara to the same house where Amber and Richie are, and they all end up fighting. After setting Richie on fire in the kitchen and defending themselves against Amber, Gail, Sidney, and Sam examine the aftermath. Despite being partially burned, Amber rises up and charges at them with a knife. Tara, who has regained consciousness, expertly shoots Amber in the head, ultimately ending the violent chaos. As Tara is taken away in an ambulance with Samantha, she humorously requests to go to a different hospital. From that point on, the saga of Scream 6 begins. So I'm not going to give spoilers here. I suggest you watch it and later I can make a new video. If you liked it and want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.